there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your November love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time or your return viewer or subscriber. I hope the message resonates, and just keep in mind that this is a general reading, so the message will not resonate for everyone. And you can check out your moon sign, your rising, and even your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart, so those messages will be clearer for you. Okay, also guys, if you are a subscriber, I released the video now to explain the giveaway. So for the month of November, actually at the end of November, I'm going to pick from the videos with the most views, right? And in order to enter the giveaway, you have to comment and be a subscriber. But anyway, the video's out, so go ahead and check that out. That's why I said make sure you have your notifications, because for some reason when I drop a video that has nothing to do with readings, no one sees it. Okay, it goes nowhere. I think right now about 45 people have seen that video, and it's been out for a few days now. So I'll have links in the description box, and I'll probably pin a comment also with that information. And also I'm back to doing extended readings for the month of November, so if you want that extended reading, you can go ahead and head over to my Patreon site. Also, that will be linked in the description box and the pinned comment. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this month. Oh, and happy birthday to my end of November Sagittariuses, okay? Happy birthday, guys. Do it up. We know how Sagittarius do anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this reading, okay? First card is going to represent your current energy for the month of November. And we've got the Star card, okay? Next card is going to represent what's crossing that energy. We've got the Eight of Cups. Next card represents what you're coming out of, past energy. Eight of Swords. Next card represents what you're moving into with the future energy. We've got the King of Cups. Next card represents what you want, Sagittarius. Six of Wands. Next card represents, hold on, my clarifier is in the way. Sometimes I feel like I have plenty of space, and then sometimes, some days, I just feel like I don't. It's weird. Okay. Next card represents your internal factors, what's motivating you or what's driving you right now. Six of Swords in the reverse. Next card represents your advice for this reading, Hermit in reverse. Next card represents external factors. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. Next card represents your hopes and your fears. We've got the World in reverse. And the next card represents your outcome for this reading. And we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Okay? So, Saggies. Saggies. What's going on for the month of November? Well, for some of you, you feel like, well, some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius, okay, with the Star card here. But some of you guys are focused on your love life or your relationship. Some of you may feel like you've met someone who is the one, or you feel like you're with someone who is the one. All right, so for relationships, you may be feeling very connected to your partner right now, okay, with the Star card. Star card also indicates that your confidence is up, okay? When the Star card is in the upright, yeah, your confidence is high right now, and you're feeling very sure of yourself, okay? But also with the Star card and the soulmate situation, sometimes it indicates that there's some obstacles, nothing serious, nothing that you can't overcome, but it's not a smooth and easy ride, like say when you see the Lovers card, right? But I think with all major arcana, they all come with lessons, okay? There's never really anything considered easy. There's some that are glaringly obvious, and then some that come with undertones. And this is a card that comes with undertones of, you know, star-crossed lovers. So star-crossed lovers are called that because they don't always line up. They're not always at the same place at the same time. One is available, one isn't. One becomes available, now the other one isn't. You know, it's one of those type situations. So let's go ahead and clarify that, okay? And see what's going on. I mean, for some of you guys, you just could be feeling very in love right now, okay? some of you may feel like you're dealing with someone who is out of your league. Okay? That could be an indication with the Star card also. Let's turn this music down a little bit. No, it's too low. I don't know. I like to do music when I'm doing my readings. And sometimes I feel like it's like the songs kind of line up, but I also like oldies but goodies. Alright, so to clarify this Star card, what we have going on, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, there could be a level of frustration, especially if you feel like you've been waiting for this person. If you feel like you've been trying to be with this person. It's like you know this person is the one, but for whatever, you guys just can't seem to ever be on the same page at the same time. Alright, also with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, this could indicate a situation where you feel like you're not putting any more work into the situation, okay? You're feeling very impatient. You're tired of these delays that have been happening or that you've been dealing with. For long-term relationships, you know, there may be, some minor setbacks that just are frustrating you, okay? Maybe you guys have plans. Maybe, you're supposed to be getting engaged or you're supposed to be getting married and there's always something coming up. It could be anything. If you've just met someone, it may be frustrating because maybe you guys can't ever get things lined up to get that first date going. It's like, the interest is there, but maybe the effort is lacking. Something just, isn't quite lining up for you. All right. What your challenge is to not just walk away from the situation because it's a little bit frustrating, okay? The Eight of Cups represents wanting to break up, wanting to leave a situation. So for some of you, you may be, teeter-tottering back and forth about whether you want to make this work or whether you want to leave. For others of you, like I said, you just met someone and maybe you're like, what's the point? But, if this person is a soulmate or if this person is quote unquote meant to be, then, it's worth a little bit of effort, even though you really don't feel like putting that effort, or maybe that other person isn't putting the effort, but it's kind of worth seeing what they're going to do. Okay. Your challenge is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So you just feel like things are not moving right now. Things are not getting off the ground. Things are not manifesting the way you would want them to be. Probably a lack of motivation going on here. So if that's your energy, you got to kind of fight through that, Sagittarius, okay? If that's their energy, then have a little bit of patience and just sit back for a while. Sometimes you just need to give a person a chance. Sometimes when you have intense emotions for someone, or, when we find something that's different, that's good, that feels right, for some people, it can be scary and they don't necessarily just jump on it. Sometimes they take a step back. When something catches you off guard and you back up, like you're not even thinking about it. It's not even a conscious effort. You just back up. And so I feel like for this situation, it could be something like that, where maybe someone is kind of scared of the connection and, sitting back a little bit. But one of you seems to be very frustrated. I think for you, Sagittarius, it seems like you may be frustrated with this situation. But your challenge is to, try to have a little bit of patience, okay? I know you're coming out of the Eight of Swords, okay? So with the Eight of Swords, this indicates a time where you felt like you didn't know what's going on, a situation that you felt trapped in. Oh, sorry, guys, I have the window open, and it's not a warm day, but it's a really beautiful day, and there's a lot going on outside, but I need that fresh air. When you light sage, you have to open the windows so that if it is releasing negative energy, that can just go right on out the window. So excuse the motorcycles and the race cars that are just speeding by. But with this Eight of Swords, you felt like you were either trapped in the situation or you were in denial or maybe didn't know all the facts, okay? For some, you might have been dealing with the Knight of Wands, okay? In the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the reverse is kind of like a player. That's the energy of someone who just loves them and leaves them, okay? Very hot-tempered, very aggressive, very manipulative about getting what they want. All right, can tend to be very, immature when it comes to love situations because it's not a queen and it's not a king. That could have been your energy. Maybe you were in denial, Sagittarius, about the fact that that was your energy. So that's going to resonate for some. For some of you, you might have been in denial that you were dealing with someone who had that energy. Okay. Now, moving on to the future position, we've got the King of Cups. Big love, okay? So for those of you who have the patience to go through, whatever this little stumbling block is right now, this little hurdle that you guys may be going through, then there's some love, there's some good love, big love waiting for you on the outside, on the other side. For some of you, though, the King of Cups can represent a water sign, so that's that. But also with the King of Cups tends to be shy, okay? The King of Cups tends to be very in his head, fantasizing a relationship. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily come towards you. So that could be the situation you're dealing with. Like this person is, like I said, a little bit overwhelmed by the connection and they're kind of having this relationship in their head with you versus out here. Because maybe this person thinks you're the one who's out of their league, Sagittarius, okay? Maybe that's something that they struggle with. Let's go ahead and clarify this King of Cups, though. And we got the Strength card in the reverse. So it could be a situation where if it is the big love that I said, it's almost like you're getting carried away with it, okay? When we see the Strength in reverse, yes, it can represent, needing all your power and strength to deal with the situation, but also the Strength in reverse can represent excess. It can represent overdoing it, okay? Spending too much time, spending, all your days and nights in bed making love, like that type of energy. You're overdoing it, nothing else is getting done. Also with the Strength in reverse, someone could be, have a very overbearing personality, all right? Someone who just kind of oversteps their bounds. They're very pushy and kind of always thinks that they're right. So you got to be careful with that energy. But with the Strength and the King of Cups, I just feel like maybe you guys go from this to like, this glorious time where you're just basking in each other's energy. Okay. For my singles, I think that you guys are wanting to be in a relationship. I think that you guys are wanting to be with the one, and you guys are frustrated that it seems to be taking longer, than expected or longer than you want. But, it's all about not having patience and not giving up, okay? Moving on to what you want, we've got the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands, maybe I'll close this window a lot of it until the reading's over. The Six of Wands can indicate that you want something with some passion. You want some spark. Six of Wands represents also that confidence, somebody who's really sure of themselves and just kind of gets what they want, okay? But that Six of Wands energy is very positive. It's very magnetizing, okay? We go ahead and clarify the Six of Wands. We got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So I think you want to go from, you want to move out of the situation where you're overthinking things, right? You don't want to overthink things anymore. You don't want to be stressed out about, relationship things anymore. You want to move forward confidently and just knowing what you do. The Six of Swords the Six of Wands is about victory, about being victorious, about conquering things. So maybe you want to conquer this person, you want to conquer the things that are stressing you out in a relationship. Okay. Now moving on to what your internal factors are is the Six of Swords in the reverse. So you feel like you're stuck in the rut. You feel like you're stuck in a rut, guys. You feel like you're unable to move away from something that you consider a bad situation or something that may be a bad situation. For my singles, like, once again, this is just you, kind of being over this stagnant time or, this stagnation that you were coming out of in the past where it's like you don't even know what's going on, all right? Let's go ahead and clarify this Six. We got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, you may be tired of being single if you are single. For those of you in a relationship, There's something that you're discontent about, something that you're dissatisfied about, okay? Once again, it's about a lack of effort here. When we see the pentacles in the reverse, there's a lack of effort, okay? When we see the wands in reverse, it's a lack of energy, all right, and motivation. So right now, the stumbling block that you may be experiencing if you are in a relationship or if you have just met someone is that you just don't have possibly the energy or the motivation to act on the situation right now, okay? But it's temporary. So you have to try not to get frustrated. Moving on to the advice, we've got the Hermit in reverse. Some of you may want to isolate yourselves at this time. You may want to take a step back and really, just kind of withdraw from the situation. But I don't think that's what you should do at this time. Now, if there's a situation where you feel like there's a lot of negative energy flowing, a lot of negative things that are going on or things that you can't understand, then by all means take a step back and take a step back from that and think about it. But if it's just a little bit of confusion, if it's just a little frustration because things aren't going your way, now is not the time to isolate yourself because you're just on the brink of things taking a turn. And so you don't want to isolate yourself because then that is a withdrawal, and a withdrawal is bringing your energy back, which means there's nothing going into the situation, which means there's maybe not going to be any progress. And if you feel like this person is confusing you, or if you feel like, this person isn't putting in the effort, then just have that conversation with them, okay? Moving on to the external factors, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. So I feel like for some of you, you may be dealing with someone who's confused, and maybe that's why there's this procrastination on their part, all right? Like I said, especially if this is a new situation, they may be just taken off guard by the suddenness of it all, okay? And the fact that they really feel this deep connection with you. Some of you, this could be a Pisces, okay? Go ahead and clarify this. And we get the Six of Cups. So some of you, it could be someone from the past. All right, so maybe, this person from the past is coming back and they're not quite sure how to approach you, or they're not sure how to move forward, especially if there was some, weird stuff in the past, if there was any cheating, or if there was somebody who was a player that wasn't giving somebody the time of day. Now they're back and you may not be wanting to give them the time of day. So that could be the situation for some of you, okay? For others of you, this just is someone that you may have children with, all right? But also the Six of Cups is someone who this person may feel very comfortable with you, or vice versa, okay? It does feel like a soulmate connection, or that type of, love connection, that deep bond, all right? Moving on to your hopes and your fears, and we've got the World in reverse. So I think you fear that this stagnation is going to continue, is going to drag out, okay? The World in reverse is about stagnation. It's about things not coming to completion. So I think you're just worried and concerned about that stagnant energy. Five of Cups clarifies that. So yeah, you're worried about being disappointed and, staying in this mode of feeling like you're not getting what you want. So you fear that that's going to continue. And like I said, isolating yourself is not going to help that right now. The outcome of this reading, we've got the High Priestess. So once again, this is about not connecting to your intuition, okay? The High Priestess in the reverse also can indicate that, there may be somebody who, just kind of plays the field as far as exploring their sexual side. They're not above doing that. However, whenever, there's no rules for them. They do whatever they want, okay? Once again, you could be dealing with a Pisces. So if there's a Pisces and Sagittarius connection here, guys, let me know in the comments, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify this. We get the Three of Cups for this outcome in the High Priestess. So could be definitely someone who likes to entertain other people, okay? Or has other people. You may have other options. Three of Cups can also represent a reconciliation. It's not always about third-party situations. There could be some type of reunion between you and someone. Like I said, could be someone from the past. But the Three of Cups can also represent, you know, spending time with friends, getting out, doing things. All right, so that has been the reading. I think with the Three of Cups, I just go back to the future energies and the outcome. You know, it's almost like, once again, there's this energy of getting carried away, okay? With the King of Cups here, and Strength card in the reverse, the Three of Cups, and then this not following your intuition. It's like it's like you probably get so excited that you're coming out of stagnation that you guys get carried away, okay? So that's where this reading is going to end. I'm going to now from here use this deck to pull some more clarifiers to see if we can get some more information. And if you're interested in that extended reading, like I said, you can go on over to the Patreon site. And I'll have links in the description bar for that. All right, guys? So if you would like a personalized reading, you can also contact me. My information will be in the description bar. You can leave a comment or you can email me, okay? divinelovetarot@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye, Sagittarius.